Don't remember feeling this low before. Searching for you, but silence is what I'm finding. But I know you're near, and that you still work through the quiet. So I'll wait for you. Oh, I'll wait for you. I've got holes in these jeans and cracks in this heart, tear stains on t-shirts, I'm falling apart. But this thing I know is that you are my hope, and I trust in you. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. My mind has been racing day after day for a while. I'm learning to trust, and it hurts giving you my all. My hands are open wide, but I'm still holding tight. I've got holes in these jeans and cracks in this heart, tear stains on t-shirts, I'm falling apart. But this thing I know is you are my hope, and I trust in you. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Oh, oh, You've got holes in your hands and a scar in your side. You trusted your father, so help me trust mine. And this thing I know is you are my hope, and I trust in you. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. You mend holes in these jeans and cracks in this heart, tear stains on t-shirts, you're holding my heart. And this thing I know is you are my hope, and I trust in you. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Oh, I do.
Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. It is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. I'm up, I'm here, I'm breathing today. That's a good thing, right? We're alive. We made it another day. So that gives us the ability and the chance to do something good today for our homes, for our families, or maybe someone at work, or maybe someone out, I don't know, maybe your little children. I don't know what God has for you today, but I know for myself, I woke up and I was like, here's Maxine, a little bit on the, I was tired because yesterday I woke up super early, and then it was a long day, and got good sleep last night, so that was really good. So it was a little bit more slow moving for me. Got up and came out here and had coffee with Greg, and then he showed me a few things, how to do some stuff I have to do today, which will be good. And then I'm like, okay, I've got to get motivated and get moving. I have to motivate myself. Sometimes the Bible talks about stirring up the excitement in you, fanning the flame inside of you. And sometimes that is so important to do, because it is easy to get like in that funk of like, what am I going to do today? Especially, and I'm sure, well, you know what? I can only speak from personal experience. I am sure going to a job that is just like, I'm going to say like monotonous all day long. It's the same kind of thing day in and day out, right? I don't know. I don't work outside the home, so I don't know. But I have to assume doing that every day over and over and kind of living life and getting by, it can become very like humdrum and very much like, like, you know, get discontented with things. And I know at home it can be the same thing because you're getting up, you're cleaning the kitchen, you're wiping the kitchen, you're washing the dishes, you're making the food, you're doing this, you're, you know, extinguishing fights within the family, you're taking care of little ones, or you're doing these. It's like the humdrum of life, right? And so easy to get so discontent in that season. And when I was younger, like, I feel like it was a whole lot easier to overcome that. And I don't know if it was just the being busy more, or I do remember times where I was like, okay, instead of sitting here wallowing in my own self-pity, I'm going to get up and do something. I'm going to do something, Lord. What do you want me to do? And I'm going to use every opportunity and not waste. I remember telling that to one of my kids one time. I said, you know what? This is where God has us right now. So let's not waste any opportunity. Let's not waste any opportunity. And let's do something. I'm sure he's got something for you to do, and we're going to focus on that. But it's so easy to get the other way. And then now that I'm older, you would think it would get easier. Yeah, you would think it'd get easier, and you wouldn't. Like, okay, what am I going to do today? But I find myself in the, yeah, okay. Well, there goes Maxine, the neighbor doggy. She's not bored. And I find myself in that, like, okay, like, what am I going to do today? It's like, oh, okay, what shall I clean today? What shall I make for food today? And so it's so easy to do that, and it's so easy to do those things. And I know it's seasons. It's seasons in life, and it's times in life. And I was reminded in the scripture in Philippians 4:16, I think it is, 4:12. It says, he was talking, he says, I know how to be content in every circumstance. Every circumstance. And it said, I read the Amplified version, it says, and satisfied in any circumstance. It says, whether I'm well fed or whether I'm hungry, whether I have an abundance or I'm just in need. Think about that. You think, you know, there are highs and lows in life. There's times when you have an abundance. Maybe you have an abundance of money and things are great and you're doing all these great things and you're going out and then, you know, let's take, for example, our economy and our world, and maybe your pay got cut. Maybe you have to do less, or you have to pay more for groceries, or the cost of living is raised. All those things are happening to everybody all around the world. And you go, okay, and to be content no matter what, that's where I think you read that and you go, okay, how did Paul do this? Paul's had this. He's been in prison. He's been persecuted. He's had the best. He's had the worst. He's had a lot. He's had, you know, lack, but he's still learned to be content. And it was all about drawing strength from God, you know, through every circumstance, because he is the one that empowers us. The Holy Spirit empowers us, right? It lives inside of us, so it empowers us to continue with your day. And knowing, you know what, you're not alone. You're not alone in this journey. And you know what? What can we do to get moving forward? And it's like good for any day, because it just reminds us that no matter what life it throws at us, like whatever life throws at us or whatever circumstances you're in, it's like, okay, God is here, God is there, he's waiting for you, waiting for us to draw strength from him, to seek him for guidance, to seek him for what to do. And it's so easy to not to do that. It's easy just to get up and go, what am I going to do today? What is it I'm going to do? Or maybe you're up and you're doing your routine and then the child spills milk all over the kitchen table and you're like, what am I going to do? And then not just one, but something else happens. The dog pees on the floor. That's another thing to pick up. Or you drop something out of the refrigerator and it spills everywhere. And then you're like, okay. So it's just on and on and on. And you're like, some days like that, when things start going wrong over and over and over again, especially in your home, like what I've learned is to stop what I'm doing and step back and take a break. Sometimes that might mean completely switching your plans for the day. If you have plans to do, sometimes I think for myself, sometimes when I have plans to do a ton of things and then things keep going wrong over and over and over and you just want to just get fed up with things, it's like, you can either let them roll off, whatever, okay, pick up. If you got that, awesome. But if you can't, then you know what, take a break. And mine would be, let's go in the pool. Let's go for a drive. Let's go to the park. Let's go do something to get out of the house, just to break. Let's stop doing school. Let's watch a movie. Just to do something out of the humdrum. But if you're in that spot of like, what do I do? Like, what do I do for my day? Like, you could just easily lay on the couch for the day. You can easily lay in bed for the day. And so, yeah, very easy to do. And so for me, I would say, because I've lived both of crazy. And so I think the other, like when I'm feeling like, what do I even do? You know what, just start with something. Like today I was even like, what do I even do today? What do I have to even do? The house is pretty cleaned up. Things are done around the house. I'm like, what can I do? There's always something you can do. So I'm like, okay, let's just get up and start moving. So even filming today, because I vowed to be here every day, Monday through Friday for you guys, and I vowed to be an encouragement. That was something that God had laid on my heart to do consistently. I've done consistently. There's been a few times where I didn't due to internet issues, and then there was a circumstance, I do remember the exact time I did not, but it was a time I was going through something big in my life, and I needed a few days to like breathe. But every other day, I'm here. And it just to show that, you know what? Life, like I want you to be encouraged in the everyday. It's not always awesome. It's not always shopping trips and thrift stores and spending money and decluttering and doing this and going great places and doing that and all the exciting things in family. It's not always that. It's sometimes a season of like, this is what life is. It's just a season of quiet. It's a season of, what am I going to do? It's a season, I think of like, you know, the Bible also talks a lot about seasons, going through different seasons in your life. You have the, you know, you have the spring where everything's growing and everything's good and you feel like you're moving and you're growing as a Christian and you're doing and you see growth and you see results. You're seeing all these things, and then summer comes and it's beautiful and all these great things are happening in your life, and then fall comes and it's like, okay, you're getting a little more content in your life and you feel like you're content with God and everything seems going good. Little things happen here and there. The leaves are falling off slowly and you're like, okay, no big deal. You're going through it, and then you hit like winter, and like winter comes and you feel like just a standstill in your life, you know, a standstill in your walk, and you're like, I feel like nothing. I feel like absolutely nothing. I don't like being in this place. I don't like being this way. And you feel like I've never had winter happen in my life. I've always had a spring, summer, or fall part of my life. I've always had these things going in my life. And now I feel like it's winter. And I feel like it's the longest winter season of life. And I feel like it's never going to get any better. And I'm using that analogy because I remember watching a preacher one time, and it was a time going through my life, and he explained that, and he said, you know, it's winter, and he's like, you might feel like things are dying, you might feel like you're not going anywhere, there's no growth, you might feel like everything's at a standstill, like you're hibernating, like you just want to stay inside all the time, and you just don't want to do anything because it's too cold, it's too this, you don't want to get out, you're not seeing any sunshine, you're not seeing any results in your life, you're not seeing any growth in your life, you're not seeing any growth in your kids or in your relationships and all these things. And he said, but the one thing I know is that winter has never lasted forever. Never lasted forever, and it always turns to springtime. Always. From the beginning of time, it's always returned to spring. So I'm encouraging you, if you feel like you're going through that winter season and you feel like the dead part of your life, I say dead, not like physical death, but just not a whole lot going on, that you know what, springtime is around the corner. And sometimes it's hard. It's hard to, and I get it because I'm living through it and I've lived through it. And those seasons, like, they come and go. That's the thing. It's like seasons always change. Things always change. And it just might seem like it lasts for a long time, but you know what? It always changes. Spring is always changes. Spring is right around the corner. Things will start growing. Things will start budding. Sometimes you got to start doing things to get things rolling, and sometimes it's in the everyday. So even like today, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? And I'm like, just start. Just start with something, and the day will keep rolling, and you'll get through your day. And maybe you're facing something extreme in your day where you just don't even know what to do because your anxiety is overflowing inside of you, or you just feel completely dead inside. Sometimes it's more of like, I even ask myself sometimes where I'm go, okay, what do I do for the next 3 hours? Like, what is my plan for 3 hours, Lord? Give me something to do for 3 hours. And he'll show me something and I'll do it for 3 hours. It may just be as simple as cleaning my house for 3 hours. Okay, what am I gonna do for the next 3 hours? What am I gonna do for the next 3 hours? And then sometimes it's like you can do a whole day. Sometimes you can do a whole week. It just depends. It's like, what is my next step of life? And sometimes that's a good question to ask yourself. What is it? Not even life, day. Let's just go day, because life, who knows? Sometimes we don't know. So what's my next step for the day? What's my next step for the day? So I know even myself today morning, I was like, what am I going to even do today? What is my plan? So I had a few things written down. Thank goodness I have a backup plan. No, I just have a list of things I'd like to get done, things that I want to do, and I just have it. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? What is the next thing I can do, Lord? And that's how I started my day today. So I'm encouraging you to find out what it is in your day. And it can be something simple. It might be something as much as tackling all the windows in your house. I know it sounds silly, but it might be something as that. Cleaning all the windows. It might be something as simple as cleaning the front porch off. And I'm saying cleaning because this is my life, and what I have here is like this is my life. You know what I mean? So whatever your situation is in your days, ask that. God will give you some wisdom. God will give you some wisdom to get through your day and those things. It is a good thing. But sometimes it takes stirring up. fanning that flame inside of you to get moving, because it is easy to want to sit on the couch all day. I could go sit on my couch all day long and do nothing. I could. And I could veg out on my phone. I could take my phone here and I could just scroll through it all day long and watch. And you know what? Probably just go, okay, whatever. But I know I have a purpose today. I have a plan. I have a video to make. I have someone to encourage that's sitting at home like I am today. I have someone to encourage that is laying in a hospital bed taking another cancer treatment. I have somebody that is just, you know, feeling miserable and they just want to get by their day, and their whole life is so chaotic. They just want to see something the same and normal for every day. You know what I mean? Like, if a lot of people email me and they said, I'm going through a crazy time in my life, and your videos are just very stable. They're very much the same. And they're you know, it's not a lot of wows. I'm not doing a ton of things. We're not going on vacation. We're not doing all these things. But it's just the stability and the consistency of just every day. And learning to be content in every situation. Do I fail at that? Oh, yes, I fail at that. Oh, yes, I complain about it. Yes, I can complain about things. I'm human. It's going to happen. But learning to be that, and sometimes I have to say it. Sometimes I have to talk about it. Sometimes when I'm editing my videos and I have a bad day and I'm like, I'm literally wrestling with something inside and I'm listening to my words as I'm editing. I'm like, wow, I just need to take my own advice. I need to take what I just encouraged somebody else to do today in my own life. So these videos are for me as much as they are for you. It's a great thing. So it's getting windy out here, and I know that's going to affect my microphone quality, and it's going to be making noise, and I don't even know if any of this is going to work. I'm going to be hopeful. It's just a lot cooler out, and it's a whole lot less muggy out, so I thought I would come outside today. But look at that breeze. So I have a few things. I'm sure that many others will come into fruition today, but you know something I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna wash Maxine. Maxine needs a bath. You know why? Because Maxine runs around outside and she gets the dog smelly of sweat. So she needs a bath today. She's not happy about it because she doesn't like baths. So Maxine needs a bath. I'm gonna caulk my kitchen sink today. That has been something on my list for Greg for a long time. And you know what? When the weekends come, I would much rather have him help me clean a window, help me install a fan, than caulking my sink. I feel like I can do this and try to do it. It can't be any worse than staring at the black mold that is in my kitchen. So I am going to try it. So I'm gonna caulk today. And what else is on my list? Make food. Make some spaghetti, make some tortellini. It's gonna be good. We're gonna have a good day. I don't know what, and I'm sure much more. I'm sure 10,000 more things. But those are a start to do something. So you ready for a great day today? Being great, being content, and whatever our day-to-day activity is. So you guys ready? Let's go inside because it's windy out here. I want to just sit out here and chill. I'd rather lay right here and just relax. Listen to the breeze, but no, let's get in and get some stuff done. You ready? All right, let's go. Come inside right now. You know what I should do before Maxine gets all comfy? I think I should give her a bath. Let's go give Maxine a bath. I know she loves it. She's so excited. Let's go do it. A lot of creators will stop the camera to give you a different shot. I'm not gonna do that because I know my dog does not like getting a bath, period. So to make her stand there while I change the camera, it's not gonna happen. So we're gonna give you a dump. This is Maxine's bathtub. I call it her bathtub because we got this house. I remember seeing it with the tub. I'm like, oh, the garden tub would be amazing because we just had a regular tub in the mountains, but we always took a bath. Always took a bath. And I'm like, how great it would be to have a big tub. Well, guess what? We've used it like, I don't know, maybe 2 times. The girls came in one time with their bathing suits and they're all in the tub. And I'm like, we just never use it because we have the pool and the pool is warm like a bathtub. So we just never use the tub at all because we're outside in the pool all the time. So it's just funny how you think different things. So I'm just labeling Maxine stuff. We used to do it in the kitchen sink, which was fine, but you gotta take the thing out, clean your sink, disinfect it, all the stuff. This is fine, disinfected, but it's just a lot easier. So she took off. I'm gonna go get her, turn the water on, and then go get her, and then just give her a little bath. You know what I bought? We use Arm & Hammer soap. That worked really good. I bought some new stuff, some Burt's Bees stuff, and I just feel like it does not take the smell out of her, and I wish I wouldn't have wasted my money on it at TJ Maxx, but I did. So I'm trying to use up a little bit of this that I have, and then I have some deodorizing spray. So let's turn the water and give Maxine a bath. I know she's thrilled. Maxine! Max! I'm gonna go find her. Max! She went all the way upstairs. I gotta shut the water off. She's sleeping with Maddie is what she's doing. I'm exposing Maxine's weakness. Yes, she does not like baths. She's scared to death. She's shaking to death right now. We're gonna get a bath. She does not like water. A lot of you were concerned she doesn't like, or she'll go in the pool. She does not like the pool. She does not like the water at all. At all. If she's in the pool, like the kids try to coerce her to come in, have gotten her to come on a floaty, have gotten her to go in the little shelf area. She does not like it one bit. So we'll make this quick, warm. It should be done just because she stinks like outside. There's the face of a dog not happy. I'm so sorry. She's like, just let me be done, Mommy. Now, I feel bad because the girls usually give her a bath. They give her a whole treat. Well, I feel like everybody's been giving her too much food extra lately. So I feel like I should give her something, but I don't have a treat. But I do have a piece of salami. I know, probably not the best, get on me. But I feel like it's better than the dog bone. So a tiny little piece of salami. Do you want to get salami? Was that worth it, Maxine? Was that worth it? Was it worth it? She's like, absolutely not. She's like, I have to go hop now. Does she have water? You got water, right? You got water? You do have water. Okay, sorry. She's like, well, she'll probably go lay in her bed now. I washed her bed yesterday, and then should have washed it today now that she's clean. Let's see. She'll probably just go lay in her bed now. So see, that's one thing to mark off my list. Give Maxine a bath. So see, that's one thing I wanted to do today is give her a bath and to get that part done. So now I did, sorry. She's like, yeah, okay, actually, let's go get some laundry. I did throw one load in early this morning, and then I washed a rug. So let me get that out. There we go. Get that out and then we'll put it outside. I'm just gonna go put this outside. I won't bring it out. Just put it on the chair out there so it can dry in the sun. Okay, I went up there and I put my rug out there and I realized my Bible was sitting on the chairs. I'm like, oh my goodness, I left my Bible. But isn't that cool how like the wind blew? I don't believe in like, God give me a verse and I'm gonna point and that's gonna be my verse. Can it happen? Sure. I don't feel like you should tempt God with anything like that. Like I don't think, like, it's not superstitious, but like Gideon put out a fleece, right? Gideon did that. Like, if God, if you want me to do this, let 3 cars pass by and 1 car, white, go by, and I know it's you. It's like the Bible says, the Lord God says, do not tempt me or test me. And so Gideon put out a fleece, right? Put out the fleece, and then it got wet, and then he knew it was the Lord. But Gideon didn't have the Holy Spirit inside of him. This was before Jesus. He did that before to know what to do. Now we have the Holy Spirit living inside of us to know what to do, right? And that's our voice to listen to. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And sometimes when you go through life, it seems like that voice gets so numb or so quiet and you just don't hear it. And it's usually because there's so much other things that you're putting in your head and listening to versus his voice. And so I just went over there and I'm like, I wonder what it's open to. And then it is open to scripture that I just started reading. It just made you cry. It's just like, and God speaks to us in all sorts of ways, does he not? He does. And so I was looking at it, I'm like, what is this? And then I read something, and it was something that I've been dealing with and something that I've been personally going through. And it's like, and just my own struggles, nothing, whatever, not any more than you watching this. And I just read it through, and it was like, yeah, God, thank you. And it's like he speaks to you through that. Does that make sense? I don't recommend like, hey, God, flip me open to scripture, I'm gonna tell you. That's not what I did. I just literally walked over there. My Bible was open to the scripture that I feel like he wanted me to read. It was a scripture that I just needed to hear today. And so sometimes when you're going through things, you just, what do I read? And you just don't know. I just don't know. So you read something, anything's gonna encourage you. So this just spoke to me. And it's in the book of Deuteronomy, something I normally would never go to go read anything, but it was something I'd read before because I underlined a bunch of stuff in here, and I'm like, yeah, just promises from God. So beautifulness. Okay, let's continue with our day. I'm gonna take these towels. Usually I was putting these just in the laundry room, leaving them on top of the washer, and then when they get filled, like bigger, let them fold it. But what I found is that my kids will throw the wet towels in the clean towels, and then they sit, and I'm like, what? Remember the other day I was doing laundry, I'm like, why are these all smelly? So I try to keep the wet towels in the washer or on the floor, so you've got the washer, and then just bring the clean ones out here when they need to be done. So what else can you do for the day, Amy? I can start by wiping my kitchen. I think I'm gonna start my food for the day. I know it's early, it's 9:30, but for me, I can get it done, put it in the slow cooker for the day, just like putting in the slow cooker and let it cook all day. And I won't have to do it before dinner, because right before dinner, Brooklyn's got to go to work and yada, 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 busy. no time. So why stress? Why stress then when I get things done now? So let me just wipe out my kitchen and then I'll start. Then I cleaned the kitchen up. There was just a few dishes in the sink. The last week or so, the dishes in the sink in the morning have been so minimal, except on Monday, of course, because we didn't do any on the weekend. So we're getting better eating and no more dishes. That's a beautiful thing. So dinner tonight, I'm thinking we did the potato and chicken. Okay, so did the kids love it? They didn't mind the flavor. My kids are not potato eaters. Not all of them, not all of them. There's a few that don't love potatoes. Why? They didn't love mashed potatoes for a while. They're liking mashed potatoes. So those little tiny fingerlings, they're like, oh, potatoes. I'm like, ew, potatoes. But what I found is that kids go through different seasons of things. They all have parents like, oh, I got to make sure I keep trying and keep trying, keep trying. I get it, but don't stress over it. It's like eventually they may like it. Like my kids didn't like mashed potatoes forever. And then all of a sudden, I like mashed potatoes. And I'm like, really like, in the refrigerator, remember I made that chicken dinner? I went the other day and I'm like, where's the mashed potatoes? And they're like, they're gone. I'm like, what? So yeah, they're all gone. So it's just one of those things. So what I'm thinking here is, we haven't had spaghetti in a while. It's a simple, easy dish. I know it's nothing fancy, but they like it. So I'm like, but Maddie and Autumn, or Brooklyn and I like the tortellini. The whole family doesn't love tortellini, so I won't do like a Alfredo tortellini for everybody. But what I'm thinking to do is usually put chicken in the tortellini. I will take that mixture because it's got a Parmesan herb sauce in it. Take out the potato chunks. I know, it's like separating your food for a toddler, and use the main part of it for part in the tortellini, and that will use that up. Okay, so potatoes, I can heat those up and eat them for lunch. I like them. I don't mind it. Just saw somebody walking, I'm like, what's that? And then I'll just do spaghetti. And maybe I'll do some bread. The bread machine was really good. Everybody likes it. We all took a piece. There was one extra piece. And so I'm like, I might make another one today or maybe something different. So let's go out to the garage, or I'll go out to the garage. Or should I bring you? You want to come? I'll bring you. I'm going to put this. I pulled this out of my freezer. This is basil pesto. We used about half of it for a tortellini. So I'm going to just throw this in the microwave. Not throw it. Carefully set it. It's all dark right here. I'm trying something new. I am a filmer, a vlogger. So for you guys to get good video, I have to have my blinds open. Otherwise it looks all weird. And so when we moved in here, the windows were weird with the curtains, and so it was just a weird lighting situation. And so I had purchased those other ones to make it work really good, and they were good, but the house was still so hot. Like our electric bill's a little high. We have a pool that pretty much pulls the same amount of electricity as our house does. But we leave in the new curtains I got is, it's got like a foil, I don't know, it's like basically it's to keep the heat out. So I'm trying to keep the windows shut instead of open. We had the wood slat ones, they shut, they keep out privacy, but they don't keep out the heat. So I'm gonna try to shut everything if I'm not in there. I have these all open in here, except by the back here, I've got them about halfway because the sun comes in, you can't see anything. So if I keep these open, this is good for you guys. When I'm done filming, I shut the windows down because I'm trying to keep the house cooler. So that's why it's dark everywhere. Because at first it's like, oh, I don't really need to save. Well, then after your electric bill being really, really high, you're like, oh my, and we have solar panels, mind you. We have the tier, is it tier 1 or tier 2? We have tier 2. We have the bigger solar panel package. So our solar panels, they create a lot, but we just use a lot of electricity. Like our house is 3,200 square feet. And then the pool is, what we read is equal to almost the power of the house, just because the pump and everything else. And so it just can get costly. So it's like when you think of things, it's like life. You just live it, do your thing, then you're like, okay, do I want to cut back on a few things? You don't have to. You can keep every single light on. You can keep every single window and let your house heat up. But we're going to try something. So that's my goal for the next month, is really try to keep the windows down. Not impossible for some people, but when you're filming, it's a little impossible because like normal people just walk through the dark. But see, then you're gonna get videos like this and then it's not gonna be dark. So I would just throw the laundry in the dark here, but you're not gonna see anything. So you need to see a little bit, like right here. I come out here and let me turn lights on here. Okay, let's go in the garage. See, the lights in here are just not very aesthetic. Let's go in here and see What was like, by the way, Greg liked his shrimp. It was very good. We still have more, but so I poured myself and everything. I still have a good sized freezer full of food for the month. We're down to, is the third week, like 3.5 weeks. Still have lots of food, so I am very thankful I was able to stretch what we have this month. And I think, you know, it pays to have like a little bit of extra all the time. You know what I mean? Like find a little bit here, there, extra, because then it does accumulate over time. So let me see if I've got a smaller, the tortellini already open. I don't think so, so I'll use about half of this. I'm looking at everything. I'll use about half of this, and I think that's all we will need. Okay, let's go in. 2 minutes is all that needed. Let's get some pots out. I'm gonna need 1 pot for spaghetti, and then I need a pot for tortellini. Sometimes I pre-cook it, sometimes I don't, and when I don't, I realize it's a little bit harder. So let me get that, and 1 for cooking sauce. This works really good for here in Florida because it's hot. It's definitely hot. Last year I did a lot of cooking outside because it's hot and I waited for the day. So I'd rather get my food done now and finish up. So I've got 1 slow cooker. Let me go get another one out. Waters are boiling. I'm going to add half this for tortellini and then the spaghetti as well. Everything is boiling away here. Tortellini is almost done. This is almost cooked. I ended up putting onion in here. You can use fresh onion. You can use dried onion. I have a bunch of onions. I just didn't cut them up. I need to make my onion mixture that I had in the freezer forever. I just have not done that in a while. So we're gonna let that kind of keep cooking. It's almost done. I'm gonna add some chives, and I've got some Italian seasoning. And I'm gonna add some parsley. And I'm gonna add some garlic. I think it's garlic and parsley actually. And then I'm gonna add 2 cans of diced tomatoes and let this kind of cook. And then I'll add some more tomato sauce. So spaghetti sauce is good the way it is. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. When you read the back of the can, the spaghetti sauce has a little bit of sugar. Maybe not homemade from scratch, but in a jar it is. So I've got my pasta drained. I'm gonna just put it on the slow cooker. Put it on the slow cooker, make sure there's extra sauce because it will absorb a little bit. And then Maddie wants to do her, she got up and she's like, I'm gonna do my tortellini. So we're gonna add, here is the very little bit left over. We'll literally pull out the chunks of potatoes, which is probably like just a few. We'll mix that in there with it, with the tortellini, the sauce. Have a yummy dinner. There's Maddie.
Your favorite.
I love when I'm editing and I just say, Maddie, open the camera up and go.
That's what I did.
I know, that's why I left it there. I'm like, I'm gonna leave that in there to see. So Maddie's making tortellini. She's like, I think it needs a little bit more flavor.
Yeah.
So it's good, probably because we added more sauce than we normally do. We just usually use a jar of it. So she is gonna add some spices to this and soup it up a little bit till her liking. Okay, yay, so dinner is done. That's a wonderful thing. Maddie was making it. She added her own little spices and she's like, well, it doesn't taste as right. So I let her add her own spices and then she's like, well, and I said, we gotta figure out what flavor you need. It'll be a good lesson in how to spice things up. So I'm gonna put these over here. Probably a great place to put them would be in my butler's pantry and just line them up and let them heat up, but it's not like it gets that hot in here. I wanna be working over here and do my caulk. That is the next thing on my list for the day, but these are done. Dinner's done, I won't have to worry about it. Maddie and I are comparing heights. So I think we did this a little bit ago. Actually, let's make it perfectly straight here.
Oh yeah, make it.
So it'll be on record when she got taller than mom. She get are your eyes even with mine? Like, come a little bit closer. You're a little bit down, right?
I don't know.
Almost. So she's growing. It's all good. Miss Maddie. I cleaned up. That was one thing I need to do today. I need to give Maxine a bath. She's gotten her bath. That's done. Made dinner. That's done now. The other thing I want to do is caulk. Caulk the back of the sink here. Over in front of the sink, it was yucky. We moved in. I was like, I've been staring at it. You see it more. It's funny when you live in the house. It's probably, most people don't film their lives, right? So they would be like, oh, whatever, just leave it. Yucky. But you guys see it. So I pulled out some of it. I need to pull the rest of it off over here. I got some tools and then we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Greg told me how to do it this morning. He's like, what's the worst that can happen? Rip it all up and I'll do it this weekend. I'm like, I know, I'm gonna try hard things. It's always a good thing to do. Stretching, but it's like moldy, so I'd like to get some bleach in there and spray it on the wood part, or on the tile part. So let me clean everything off here so work with a clean surface. I'm wondering, when I was sitting over there, I like to look this way and see nothing up here. I used to want to see things, now I want to see nothing. So I wonder if I should take my seashells and put them, don't mind mess everywhere, next to my TV over there and take the plant down. I might do that. Space over here, which is okay. I was thinking, it's one of those things that you're in here working, you want to see things, then you look on the other side, you look through and you're like, wow, that looks like a lot of stuff up there. So I might just leave it empty. We'll see. I have a little plate up here that I like to keep. My girlfriend got it for me. It says, she is clothed with strength and dignity. She laughs without fear of the future. That's a good thing. And so on it, that's what I had. When did I found this? My butter crock dropped and a piece broke off. Here it is. Then my little cardinal spoon rest broke a tiny piece off. I need to get super glue and glue is on. I only have the Gorilla Glue. So that is there. It's all good. And then I did another thing, sprouts. Did you see that this morning? Or I did them yesterday actually. So these are great. Instead of like having to worry about having salads and everything else like always, this is a very cheap alternative to having some fresh kind of greens without having, like, you don't have to worry about everything going bad. So mine have lasted in the refrigerator. It's been over a week and they're still really good. So sprouts, way to go. It's gonna take a few days to get going. Okay, let's, what do I do? Scrape first, right? So let me scrape. We've got some tools here. We bought this set at, I think, Lowe's. So we're gonna put it on, right? Scrape some off. I think I should use the butter knife, but I'll try to scrape off as much as I can and pull it off. We're gonna try this. I'm not a tool person whatsoever, but this did not work very good. When I was doing it behind my sink, I just used a butter knife. That worked really good. I think a flathead screwdriver is the way to go because you can really put some force. This just does not. And maybe it depends on where the caulk is at and or how long it's been on there. So I'm sure this is, I'm trying to think, I don't think this kitchen's that old. I'm pretty sure they redid it in the last couple of years. I think they did it right the year before they moved. So I'm pretty sure it's fresh, but it definitely, it's not super crowded on there, but it's not too bad. So I'm just gonna wipe this off and then we'll spray with bleach and let that sit for a little bit. Okay, the next thing to do in here is to kind of get the caulk that's kind of like on the countertop still. So this, I feel like a scraper would work better. I don't even know if we have any. We probably do somewhere, but I'll just try to use this tool just to say that we used it because we got it for there. So I'm just gonna have to scrape and wipe. And now I'm gonna spray it with bleach. I'm taking away my Norwex cloth because that cannot get bleach on it. Spray pretty good. I'm not so much down here, just right here where the water is to kill that black mold. You can use the Scotch-Brite to clean it, and then I'll wipe it with paper towel. Does anybody else not like working with bleach? I sprayed it and I thought some came back on me. I'm like, please don't get on me. So I'm just gonna kind of wipe this as best I can and use paper towels. Okay, that's all wiped out to the best of my ability. There's a little bit of it, but I think it'll be okay. Worst case, it can be redone. That's the key, Greg's like, you can't mess it up. It's worst case, you can redo. So I'm gonna put this away. Well, let's dry for just a little bit. So I have to scrub it dry, and then I'll get the caulk out. I already cut the tip. I just gotta get it in the gun, and we'll stick it in. I'm gonna chat with the children. I'm gonna start caulking just a little bit, just to start something, because I gotta head out the door and take Brooklyn to work. So something he mentioned, he said, I don't know what the measurement is, like 1/8 of an inch, but he said use, like, think of a ballpoint pen, the tip on the back, that is about how wide you want to squeeze out. So I'm just gonna work in a section, squeeze and then stop, and then I'll smear it and see how we do. It was working good until I stopped and went and wiped it. So I just need to, and I wiped it off, and then it smeared back a little bit. But that first part's perfect. So I just need to do it all and just wipe it. So just trust yourself. You got this. It's not going bad at all. Like, I'm doing really good. Behind the sink, there must have been water. I just should have checked it and dried it before. And so just didn't even think there was water. So I just took a paper towel and dried this. So I need to redo that, but this is actually not going too bad at all. So I gotta get some more paper towels because it gets everywhere when you get messy. I feel like I did amazingly, but not bad. Behind the sink was like where the faucet thing is. That was a little more complicated because I couldn't get the right angle. I feel like it's gonna have to be thicker, but I could be wrong. So I'll probably just clean up what I have here and then let Greg look at it and see, do I need more on there or not? But not bad. The tool is the hookup. It just keeps getting caulk, and then caulk gets on everything. It's in my nails, it's on my counters. I'm like, I'm gonna get on my clothes. So have yourself paper towels. There's probably YouTube videos I should have watched beforehand, but not bad at all. So now I just need to kind of go back and clean up, or should I wait till it really dries? How do you clean all that mess up? Oh, just kind of scrape it off. Let me go back and kind of straighten my stuff and see if I get, but not bad, not bad. Okay, not bad. So I'm gonna leave this. We gotta run Brooklyn to work. So I'm gonna let this dry. If I gotta come back and scrape anything, I will. But like it's all white now, so I feel like it's good to go. Bye, Maxine. We're gonna take Brooklyn to work and go get some slushies. I'm gonna take a coffee. See you in a minute. She's so good. Now we're gonna go grab a slushie and then, okay, they got the Polar Pops, 79 cents. It said America's Thirst Stop. Any size slushie, 79 cents. This is the hookup. Look at the commercialized freeze-dried for $10. Crazy. Look at they got Skittle Littles. That's fun. Okay, yay. Slushies, good place to go. Good. We found our new slushy part for the summer. That's 79 cents. That's the deal. Yeah, let's get. Okay, we're back home now. I feel like my caulking job is good and done. I'm gonna just put these out in the garage. If Greg wants to, I don't know if we have to do it thicker or not, but like it's all the way done. Like if I gotta come do it again, I can do it. So I put a screw in here. That will help. I think at the store they sell like a cap to go on, but you can just put a screw in there, that will work. So I'm gonna go put this in the garage. You know what's great about having your dinner done is that your dinner's done and you don't have to worry about it. So that's kind of a nice thing. So what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna actually bring you outside. We're gonna do something out there, something I've been meaning to do for a long time. It's something I keep putting off. Let me show you real fast this. Okay, so I'm looking at their caulk job. I mean, obviously I should probably re-caulk all this. There's a scratch on there, it's dirt, that's mine. So see, it's cracked. I probably should do all the kitchen now that I'm such a pro. Yeah, see, like not bad, right there, a little scrape. So I'm assuming that this will kind of come off as it gets hard, but not bad, like right here. So I need to get like a razor blade and get off the counter after it dries. Not bad at all. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So I think I'm gonna leave my area. There's Maddie again. Just like more playing with the towel hanging down. That's Maddie's hand waving. So this is good. Food is here and done. Spaghetti, someone got some out. Not bad for kitchen today. So I just rinse this out. I think it's like every 4 to 6 hours. So if you put it out and then get all that water out, leave it down for about 10 minutes. It kind of gets all that remaining water. And then you kind of put it on its side and just leave it to sprout. It's a great thing. Let me take this out of here. Sometimes we've got dishes put away. I like to put the stuff that I use for my stove over here. Kids don't always do exactly how I do. There's that. Perfect. Okay, let me go grab some keys here and run outside for a minute. What I'm gonna do, the kids are gonna set up some video games we're gonna play. I've never played. What are we playing? Nintendo Switch Force. I've never played that before. We're gonna shut some of the windows because we're conserving, you know, our electric bill here. So I'm gonna put these down just to keep the sunshine out a little bit. And in the living room, because it's just me, so I'm not gonna be filming it. So I'm just gonna kind of shut it down like that. Okay, I'm gonna bring it outside. The kids are setting up the games, and then I'm gonna come outside here. Let me see. Good. I bring you outside here to our Rainbird system. So one thing that's been on my list, which is really weird, has been to change our setting for our sprinkler. So I mean, it's been raining this week, so we don't really need to too bad because it's been raining a lot. But I did not know. I thought our rain, like we moved in here, and I'm like, water the grass. In my head, I think we have to pay for our water because it's city water. So mind you, we just did it for like 10 minutes a day because it adds up. Like we use a lot of water in our house, so our water bill is a lot. I'm already using a lot of water because there's a lot of people showering here. So for us, I thought the same thing for the grass. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna water. Then we came across this tube one day and it says reclaimed water. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, is our water, like, are we just recirculating it? I'm like, maybe. We don't even pay for it. So then I ended up calling the water company or the county just to have them explain my water bill to me, you know, a year later. And then I asked him a question. I said, do I pay for my water for my yard? He says, no, it's all included in your HOA. And I'm like, what? So yes, after I looked at my HOA, our water is in there. It's just part of the HOA fees. So we don't pay extra for our water if you water it for 10 minutes or you water it for 45 minutes. So recommended to water for longer. So I need to change the amount of time that we water it for because it's like, it's just reusing the water. Everybody in the neighborhood does because people let them run for a long time. And I'm like, why would you do that? Now I know why. So I just have to change it. This was so complicated to figure out. If you ever have a Rainbird watering system, you obviously set the date it is, you set the time that it is right now, and your watering time. We start ours at 5:30 in the morning. There's different programs. We just do one program. I thought the program was for each water filter. No, it's not the case. So it's just one, so you can run at different times. So we just set it, start at 5:30. Station, oh, it is already running for an hour. Never mind. Okay, so every station, we've got, I think we have 7 stations, right? 7 stations. 7 stations already running for 50 minutes. Okay, never mind. And then it runs on Thursday, it's on, and then we run it on Sunday. Well, I did not know that. Okay, then auto run. And then the rain sensor, you can turn this on. We want to turn this on. Active. Okay, so it doesn't, you know, run when it's raining because that looks kind of goofy. Your yard, it's pouring rain and then somebody's sprinkler system is on. So that's good. Okay, so that's perfect. Well, I didn't even know that was already done. So yeah, this is out here. So I just had to close that up. That was something on my list to get done because I thought we were spending $1 million in paying for our water. Meanwhile, we're not paying for it. It's just reclaimed water. When you can tell because when you go, we go places like Lowe's and we've been to parks before and we're like, what is that smell? We have to say it's dead manatee smell. It's not dead manatee smell. It's the water sits in the pipes and then they open their sprinkler system up and it just stinks so bad because it's just moldy water sitting there. It's gross, I know. So obviously in our community here, it doesn't smell like that because otherwise when people would do their yard, it would stink like that all the time. So I've never noticed it in neighborhoods. So I'm assuming that that's just something they must do a better filter on. But I know when we go to Lowe's, it does that. I'm like, oh my goodness, it just smells nasty. So learning about the reclaimed water. So anyways, it just goes in the ground, goes into a big tube, and everybody's sharing the same water for the grass. So okay, let's go back in. I'm gonna play some Mario with the kids. Okay, Steven's creating man here. Here we are.
You need to hold with
This
don't
is me.
do anything.
Oh.
You need to hold with 2 hands. First,
Wait, hold on. Which one am I?
First, we're gonna hold on. First, we're gonna start with Mommy, hit.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Later.
Hold on, I'm gonna try it. Ready?
This is a practice.
I need to practice. They're like, Mommy, hit it. I'm like, I am.
Wait, where am I?
You're in the front. You're in the front.
Wait, what?
That's you.
Good job. Oh. So it doesn't matter where I go.
Now I can go anywhere. Just to say your character has to hit it.
Oh, look at me. Oh.
Mommy!
Well, I'm sorry.
You got it. I'm
Steven said I need to focus on that vlog.
Mom, you're in the
Okay, I'm done filming. So who won? Jensen and Steven did. I said it's time to turn the fan on. It's getting a little sweaty. They're doing good. It reminds me of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid when they're like, they go to play tennis. They're like, sure, we played Wii tennis all day long. Like we know what we're doing. Okay, this is fun. Okay, Jensen, you, me. Here I go.
You're serving.
Serve. Oh wait. Serve. That's good. You're gonna teach me because I don't think you guys told me all the truth in tennis, so I didn't win. Let's try some bowling. Okay, ready? What do I push? Back button. What button do I even push?
Press A.
Okay, so move over.
That's.
So I want to be in the middle.
Yeah, and then hold
Hold the button in the back.
Hold the trigger ring,
In the back.
and then you go like this.
Swing and then.
And then hold it. And then let go.
Oh!
There.
Oh! Look at mommy! Let's see if I can get.
It's gonna turn into a gutter.
Oh!
No,
Look!
it.
Mama got a spare. Oh! Ha! Wong wong.
You have to hold it in.
Hold on. Let go too fast. Oh. Okay, not bad. Let's go over here. I just let go of it in my ultimate time. Look at that. It's 2. Yeah! Not too bad for mama. Jensen got the first strike. Steven got the second strike. Oh, someone. I didn't touch anything.
Yes, you did.
It's not me.
Yes, you did, Bob. This is the home button. You keep pressing it with your pinky. Oh, that's Jensen.
It's me. It's Maddie. Okay, so they just told me I had to keep this straight. No kicking. No kicking. No kicking. So straight. All right, fun, fun, fun. Okay, my turn. So now I know I need to stand right in line with the box right there because that's the sensor, correct?
Or you do what I did.
I think so. So now I'm learning. Let's see if we can get this right in the middle.
Not every controller has a sensor.
Oh, doesn't that thing right there in the middle do it?
Maddie's only
Straight.
Right.
Look at perfect. Oh, whatever.
Hold it in.
Right there in the middle. Look at that. Oh, strike. There's Maxine watching us. Hello. Look at the lizard over there in the bar outside. I gotta clean my windows already again. Maxine. You even got a turkey strike. Yeah. 3 strikes in a row. That's amazing.
3, 4, 5.
That either means you're playing a lot of these games or something.
Yeah, please.
All right, Maddie's up. Ready, Maddie? You got this. I believe you. Maddie. Oh. Strike, Maddie. Good job. Here's Maddie.
You're gonna get it.
It's so close. You were so good. Doing great, Maddie. It's real perfect. Straight. Oh. Yep, got it. Oh yeah. Okay, so I think the key is you just stay right in the middle. But you gotta stay right in the middle of the TV. And you gotta make sure you let go of the thing.
You're gonna get a strike.
No, see, I do the same thing.
Just strike.
Hold on.
You're gonna get a
Right there. It's right about the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Play.
All right. It's right there. Oh, why do I do that? I just must let go too soon. Right there. Okay. Let go at the right time. Right time. Oh, right in the middle. Oh, that one did not want to go down. I'm doing better than tennis. No, I'm doing better than tennis, which I don't even know how we win that. So I just a little bit. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll take a spare. Maddie, I believe in you.
I know.
You got this. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Oh, look at that. Oh, good job.
It's back. It dropped.
Okay, ready? Wait for the middle. Oh, so I must not be throwing it that hard.
Let's go. Hey, Mom, you gotta go like this.
Whip it. Okay. So,
You don't have to.
well, I need to if I want to get them all. Then I have to.
You get it hard.
Okay, you just gotta throw hard.
Mom has 100.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on.
159.
I got 89.
Oh, and you guys, I'm not
I
doing
had
good.
99. Mom's has 127.
Right there. Okay, not bad. We're on the final round. Ready?
Mom.
Here we go.
Mommy did great.
Mommy's gonna do a strike. No, that's okay. Okay.
Mom has a higher score than me.
Okay, not bad. Here we
I
go.
had 218.
Look at the scores.
Your last or first.
Oh, strike on the end. So I have been up in my office here for about an hour. And so the kids and I were talking. We're like, okay, let's play a game. Do you want to play like Ticket to Ride? Or they're like, why don't we play Mario Wii or whatever it's called? And I'm like, okay. And so kids these days, this generation's not so much into board games, but they're into video games. And that's fine, just different generation. And so we played way fun. It's just like playing with the Wii. Like I've been holding on to our old Wii. Anybody else remember the Wii, like the old Wii, put things in, right? Those controllers, they break so easily. We've replaced them so many times over the years. And I've been holding on to them thinking, well, we want to keep them because they don't have old school games like that. The Switch has, and it's kind of the same, pretty much the same thing. I'm like, so much nicer. They just improve over time. So that was fun. That was way fun. We had a good time. We just had a good time playing the boy. Then the boys, we switched off. We said, let's play another game. They started doing the sword fighting one, and I was watching it. I'm like, that's just like a little bit too intense for Mom. I'm like, you have to practice. You got to know how to hit all those things. I'm like, I looked at Maddie. I'm like, are you good? And she's like, I'm good. So I'm like, okay. So we finished up our game time, and then I said, you can go do whatever you want for a little bit. So then I came up here, edited, I'm done. I'm done for the day today. So for today, started out with like, what do I do? How's my day gonna go? What's gonna happen? And guess what? It ended with, you have a really long video, and we had a good full day. So now it's only 4:50 right now. Greg will be home in a few minutes. We're gonna eat dinner together, and we're gonna clean up, and then finish up for the day, and probably more than likely swim in the pool because it's nice outside, and call it a Tuesday. So I hope that your day was great. Come back tomorrow. We'll do some more stuff tomorrow. I'm not sure what, but we'll do something tomorrow. So have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will see you tomorrow with another video. All right, see ya. Bye.